seems to be the matter, sir?
You know dang well what the matter is. I've been chasing you and that highfalutin granddaughter of yours with that warrant and them bills through 3 counties. Now, you're gonna pay every penny of them bills you left behind, or you're gonna spend the next 50 years in the calaboose.
Sir, Colonel Robert Fairchild is not accustomed to being addressed as a vagrant and a lackey. I find your gross insinuations a little bit more than I can bear. I am a member of Southern aristocracy, sir.
Mister, I don't care if you're Stonewall Jackson. You're gonna pay them bills you and your granddaughter ran up, or you're going straight to jail.
Grandfather, I believe I'm going to faint.
Yeah.
Oh, what seems to be the trouble?
Who might you be?
Oh, I happen to be a friend of Colonel Fairchild's and his granddaughter.
Well, let's hope you're a good enough friend to bail them out, because if you ain't, they're going with me to jail.
What's the amount?
$122.68 exactly.
I believe that this will cover it.
Oh?
And, here's a bit more to cover your expenses.
Oh, well. Yeah, I reckon so, mister. Hey, Colonel, you got some mighty good friends.
Yeah, and rich, too.
Well, I thank you a lot, mister, and so long. So long.
I thought I told you to keep out of trouble.
Geller, it's not all Grandpa's fault.
Shut up.
Oh, come on now, Jack, my boy. You can't possibly be inferring that Colonel Robert Fairchild is...
Don't try that corn-pone charm on me, you old fraud. You just shut up and listen. Now, I'm on to something. Something pretty big this time. There's a horse named Clancy that's owned by some hotshot kid on a big spread just the other side of Virginia City. Now, I've been watching him work out. And the horse and the kid are pretty good, but I think we can take them for plenty if we work it right.
Magnificent. Splendid, my boy, splendid.
Yeah, well, there's only one hitch, though, Fairchild. I think maybe you know the kid's father.
What's his name? Who is he?
His name's Cartwright.
Cartwright? Ben Cartwright?
Yes?
Why, of course I know him. Hot dog.
Well, that was sure a good ride, Joe. Real good ride.
Fastest mile I ever saw a horse run, Joe.
Well, if I could just get something to run him against, I think his horse would beat anybody.
Yes, sir. Two fine kids and two beautiful horses.
Yeah, they surely are.
Hey, I thought you were going to let him out there for a minute.
Not on your life, little Joe. You'll see Jeff Davis run when we race and not before.
Oh. Tires out easy, huh? Is that why he got that pancake on his back instead of a saddle?
That saddle is the latest thing in racing equipment. Standard in all Eastern races now.
Well, maybe, but I still don't see how you ride with your knees up around your chin.
You'll see when we race. That is, if you'll ever get the gumption to race your Clancy against my Jeff Davis.
What do you think, Clarence? Come on.
You know, that horse of Little Joe's, Clancy. He's out of the Truxton strain. That's Andy Jackson's champion.
Oh, well, about Andy. But Jeff Davis has bloodlines, too, you know.
Oh, he's a good-looking horse.
You know, Patty Lou is just dying to match him. And maybe Clancy there might be just the horse to find out how good Jeff Davis really is.
Well, we could find out that way, I tell you. Yeah, a race between them mightn't be a bad idea. Hey, that's a good horse.
That's it.
Going pretty good.
Got it, Patty Lou? I do believe it's Minjula time. Yes, sir. A horse race is a thing of beauty.
Surely is.
Hey, Patty Lou. Better pull that blanket up over his ears. You don't want that old crowbait to catch cold.
Little Joe, go walk under a snake's belly. Dear me, is it bad, horse?
Nah, it's just a little case of the Wally Global.
Well, turpentine, lemon extract, and honey. Nothing better to cure the...
Wobbly globbles. Hey, how'd the workout go anyhow?
Fine. Little Joe says he'll race his Clancy against my Jeff Davis.
Ain't that just like that little Joe? Womp up a race first thing. He's liable to be surprised this time, though. We ain't had a gal around here that could set a saddle like you.
Well, I do thank you.
As a matter of fact, we ain't had many around here as pretty as you either.
Horse Cartwright, I do believe you're sweet-talking me.
Would you mind if I was?
I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Sorry, fellas, it looks like another winner.
I keep telling you, poker is not my game. Will you excuse me, gentlemen?
Yeah, sure. One thing I like is a good loser.
You'll never find a better one. Yeller never won a hand or anything else.
Hey, come to think of it, you're right.
I'm starting to feel real bad taking his money.
Yeller?
There's enough food in there for a week.
Is everything shaping up, Governor?
Just keep this horse in condition. When the time comes, I'll let you know.
I was just going to give him his morning workout. Give me a leg up, will you, Governor? Thank you.
Yeah. How did Clancy do today, son?
He's getting better every day, Colonel. And no horse around it can beat him.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Your Patty Lou has a horse, too, you know. I reckon we'll just have to set a date for that race, Ben, don't you think?
What do you say, Mr. Cartwright?
Yeah, I'm sure for it, Pop.
Yeah, come on, Paul. The whole town's excited about it.
Wait a minute now. Don't Oh, come at me at once. I didn't say no. Set your date. Have your race.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Cartwright. It is all right with you, isn't it, Grandfather?
Why, of course, my dear. Yeah, what harm can come of good, clean fun? Well, horse, shall we go and have a look at that ailing dog of yours?
Anytime you're ready, Colonel.
Yeah, I promised horse that I'd give him a little assistance. Daughter, will you join us?
I'd love to, Grandfather.
Oh, that colonel. Race horses, sick dogs. I guess he's an authority on just about everything.
Yes, he's quite a man. He had a lovely wife. Big plantation. Acres of most beautiful bluegrass.
So what happened?
I don't know. I don't know if anything happened. I don't like to ask him. I just have a feeling he's lost it all.
Where's your granddaughter?
Well, she's tending Jeff Davis.
Didn't I tell you I want both of you here when we have a meeting?
Well, now, we must be circumspect, you know. Those Cartwrights are no fools.
What have you done about the race?
Well, we're working on it. Patty Lou and I are working on it.
Well, what's taking so long?
Well, now, don't you worry, Geller. The race will be soon. Ben Cartwright is arranging the whole thing.
Good. I've got the yokels primed and ready. I've been playing cards with them, dropping a few hundred. They don't believe I could win a two-horse race if I owned both horses.
Me. And don't you forget your promise. The Cartwrights are not to be hurt.
Well, you just remember your end of it. I don't want any more slip-ups like El Paso.
Oh, now, that was an accident.
You were drunk, Fairchild, and your granddaughter was mixed up with some bronc buster.
Well, a child is entitled to be in love.
Don't give me any excuses. I'm telling you, another slip-up like that, it's going to be your last one.
And some people you like, and some people you don't like.
Did you have them all out?
He doesn't train too well.
This horse is going to take a whole lot more work before he's ready for Clancy.
Just you watch him in the race.
Now, don't you go underestimating Clancy, our little Joe.
I'm not underestimating him. But Jeff Davis here now, he's just born to win, that's all.
Looks like you made a friend there.
We did help her to get well, didn't we, Hoss?
Yeah. Patty Lou, about this race, I sure wouldn't want to see you get hurt.
Hoss, that's the sweetest thing. You know, you and your brother and your pa, you've become very dear to me, you know that?
Well, I tell you, we sort of took a fancy to you and your grandpa, too.
Yes, sir. Salubrious. That's just the very word for this climate.
That's a good word. Yes, sir, it's a fine, healthy place, that's for sure.
Yeah, you've made a fine spot for yourself here, Ben. I'm right proud of you.
Yeah, it's pretty. Colonel, how much do you like it here?
Well, I'll say I like it just about as much as any place I've ever seen.
Well, you know, I don't mean to pry, you know that. Had a thought occur to me last night.
Well, let's hear it, Ben. Let's hear it.
How would you like to settle down here?
Here? On the Ponderosa?
Why not? There's all the room in the world for everybody and then some. Got a fine cabin the other side of Northeast Pasture where you could settle down there and raise your thoroughbred horses and make yourself a good life, a fine life.
Well, Ben, that's it. That's right kind of you, to offer us a home and a place to settle down.
Well, I've never forgotten what you did for Horse's mother and me. When we were on our way out here, she was so sick and had no money, no friends, until you and your wife.
Yes, I remember. But, Ben, I think maybe I ought to talk it over with Patty Lou first. You see, we were considering San Francisco and forgetting all about the horse race. And, Ben, I just don't know how to thank you.
Well, I do know how you can thank me. By accepting the offer. And anyway, you're not going to wiggle out of that horse race. Little Joe would race you from here to San Francisco. Good. Talk to Patty, though.
Yes, I'll do that, Ben. I'll do that.
Queen.
Queen. I don't know why I can't win just one hand.
I'm sorry, fellas. You're lucky, O'Leary.
I've sat here all day with second best hands. All day long.
Gentlemen, how you doing, Joe?
Hey, little Joe.
Not too bad. How about you? Hey, y'all going to the race? Wouldn't miss it. You, wouldn't care to lay a little bet, would you?
You gonna daylight that Tennessee horse, or you want to lay some odds, or what?
Did you say a Tennessee horse?
Yeah, Tennessee running horse.
Has that horse got a name?
Mm-hmm. Name's Jeff Davis.
From Tennessee? With a name like Jeff Davis? Well, I don't think I'd mind putting a few dollars on him.
What do you call a few dollars, mister?
How about 100?
You got yourself a bet.
Good.
Hey, George, I've never seen you guess right yet, Geller. If Geller's backing Jeff Davis, I'm going along with little Joe.
Hey, that's for me, too. I'll take some of that money, say $250.
I got 200 Clancy'll outrun Jeff Davis.
Well, you're all covered. I'll take any amount on Jeff Davis. As a matter of fact, I might even raise my bet. But then I don't figure you got much cash behind you.
Yeah, well, I got enough to take you on, mister.
How about 5,000? Well?
Oh. Sure. Sure, you got yourself a bet. Sure.
Well, deal. Oh, what's the matter, Sonny? You want to back out of the bet?
Huh? No, just... I was just gonna pay for my beer.
$5,000. $5,000? Is that what you call a friendly horse race?
Well, now, look, you listen now for a minute, Pa. Now, you'd have done exactly the same thing if you'd have been in my place. This Geller was so cocksure...
I don't care how cocksure of himself anybody is. Call off that bet.
I can't do
that. Call it off right now, Where are you going to get $5,000? $5,000.
Well, I have some of the money saved. I saved a little...
Oh, really? You got some of the money? How much of the money have you got saved?
I got about $200.
$200? Isn't that wonderful, little Joe? You've got $200. That means you've only got to get about $4,800.
Well, I thought you could give me a little advance on my wages.
Look, Paul, I put a clock on that Jeff Davis, and there ain't no way he can outrun old Clancy. Clancy will outrun him every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
What's that got to do with what we're talking about?
Tell you what it's got to do with it. There ain't no way little Joe can lose, that's what. I'll tell you what, Joe, I'll put all my money in with you.
Oh, fine. How much money have you got?
I've got, $180.
$180? Well, that's quite remarkable. You've got $180, you've got $200, that makes $380. Where are you going to get the... Call this thing off.
Well, now, look, it's not just Hoss and I. I mean, there's a lot of upstanding people. There's Fairley, O'Leary.
Wait a minute. What have Fairley and O'Leary got to do with this?
Well, they're betting on Clancy. They got about $500 bet on him.
Well, that's wonderful. Now you've got the whole town betting on this race. Oh, just great.
Howdy, Ben. Little Joe.
Right on.
All right, Clem. Clem, you come along with us, huh? Excuse me, fellas.
Hey, Ben, good to see you. This here's Jack Geller.
Geller?
Mr. Cartwright, maybe now we can do some real business.
I think the business you have is with my son here.
He doesn't back out of things, does he?
No, he doesn't back out of things.
It's $5,000 here. You can count it and hold a bet.
The other party's ready to put up.
Here's my 5,000.
Well, O'Leary, I understand you and the boys are backing Clancy and Little Joe. Is that right?
Well, we just want to get in on a good thing. We figure Little Joe will win by a mile.
Yeah, I think you can just do that.
If you feel that way, how about doubling the bet?
Well, $5,000 bet is fine with me, thank you.
Well, what's the matter? Don't you think the horse is any good?
All right, we'll double that bet, Sheriff. You come with us to the bank, I'll get you the other 5,000. Let that be a lesson to you. Let it be a lesson to me.
Patty Lou, this horse is going to look great.
Yes, I know.
What's the matter? Something wrong?
I wish I'd never gotten little Joe into this.
You heard about all the betting in town, huh?
It's all my fault.
Oh, it ain't. Little Joe and Paul are both big boys. Besides, Little Joe figures he's going to beat you anyhow.
But he hasn't got a chance.
I wouldn't be too sure about that unless you got some idea of making old Jeff Davis sprout wings or something. Did your grandpa mention to you the proposition that Paul made him about you two staying here on the Ponderosa with us?
Yes. Oh, Hoss, you're the nicest person in the whole world. You all are.
Well, we'd...
Hey, were you coming with me?
Yes, Grandpa. I promised Grandpa I'd ride up to the lake with him.
Well, you go right ahead. We'll finish this little talk later.
Later, yes.
Bye for now, Ho.
So long, Colonel.
It's no wonder they call him Lightning, Governor. He was great today.
Just so he's that way tomorrow for the race.
He will be.
All right, let's get back to the barn. Give that die time to set up.
Is anybody there, Patty Lou?
No, they must be running Lightning. Now, remember, Grandpa, I'm to do the talking.
Well, now, Patty Lou, I think it'd be much better if you let me do the talking. You know how you two clash.
We have to stand up to him. We have to make him listen this once.
Yes, we do indeed. And I have every intention of doing that very thing.
It means our future, our lives, and our happiness, Grandpa.
I know that, I know it.
Archer, get the die. I want you to put the die on that horse now, Fairchild, so it'll look more natural by tomorrow.
Just a minute, Geller. My granddaughter and I wish to consult with you.
Hey, Snowden, get a blanket on that horse and cool him off.
Sure, Governor.
Grandfather and I have something to discuss with you.
Yes.
Well, now, the only thing we've got to discuss is that die job on Lightning. You better make sure it's a good one, because I don't want anybody to suspect that he's not Jeff Davis.
Yes, well, I'll do that, of course, but...
And you, Patty Lou, you get up on top tomorrow, and you stay there.
Grandfather and I want to call off the race.
You want a what?
You can call off the bet. You wouldn't lose anything.
Well, you've already lost something. Your silly southern cracker mind.
Now, hold on, Geller. We've got a bit of news.
The Cartwrights have asked us to stay at the Ponderosa.
That's right. They want us to settle down and maybe raise a few colts out of Jeff Davis and earn an honest living.
An honest living? You two? Why, she's nothing but a...
Mind what you say about my granddaughter.
Oh, I am sorry. I forgot I was talking to a lady. A real southern lady.
Geller, don't you see? It's another chance for us. I'm begging you to let us have it.
Well, you only get one chance in this life, and you had yours a long time ago.
One more chance, please. Before it's too late.
Listen. You and him, you had your plantation, and you had your mint tulips, and you had your big society balls. You had them all, and you threw them away. Well, now it's my turn. I'm top dog. Everything I got is bet on that race tomorrow, and if you think I'm gonna throw that away for a couple of silly frauds trying to go straight...
Geller, I'm warning you.
You can't make me race.
Oh, I can't I? There've been too many races, Patty Lou. Too many towns you've been thrown out of. What do you think is gonna happen when the Cartwrights discover the truth about the old colonel and dear sweet Patty Lou?
Come, Grandfather. The die. Let's get at it.
And there's one more thing. If you two try anything tomorrow, I'll see to it that there isn't one live Cartwright left to collect a bet. Is that clear?
Grandfather? Oh, Grandpa.
I couldn't help it, honey. I couldn't help it.
They were asking for you earlier.
Will you tell him that the colonel is indisposed?
Yes, Grandfather, I will.
Oh, Patty Lou, what happened to us?
Now. Everything's going to be all right, darling.
I could have killed Geller for talking to you like that. I could have killed him.
Now, don't you fret about what Geller says. I don't even listen to him.
I was lacking the courage, or I sure would have killed him.
Time will come, Grandpa.
Patty Lou, it's all my fault. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My drinking, my gambling. It lost the plantation. Killed your mother, it did.
Don't talk like that. It's as much my fault as it is yours.
No.
You're two of a kind, Grandpa.
No.
I found
Don't
Geller.
talk like that.
I wanted excitement and beautiful clothes and travel.
I know.
How could I ever be so selfish and foolish to think that I could love a man like Geller?
I know, dear, I know.
Oh, Grandpa.
Oh, no, don't cry, honey, don't cry.
You try and get some sleep, Grandpa. Just go to sleep.
Yeah, I'll get some sleep.
Gramps.
Honey, don't look so unhappy.
Grandpa, what if I lose? What if something happens to the Cartwrights because...
Now, you leave that to me. But I want you to ride Lightning today as you've never ridden before.
Grandpa, what are you going to do?
Yeah, don't worry none.
But I will if you don't tell me.
Yeah, I assure you it'll be nothing rash.
You're very dear to me, Grandpa.
Well, the feeling is mutual. Now, you've got to win this race for Patty Lou. This is your race today, Lightning. Don't forget that, huh?
About time, boys.
Take care of the bets, Clem, huh?
Been mighty heavy. Say there, I've got a lot of money bet on that horse. Mind if I come through the ropes with closer look?
I just want to point something out to you two. You see Snowden down the street there by the buggy? He's got a rifle. And if Joe is first over that finish line, he is going to drop him right under that banner. Now, you see Hoss there? Well, Larcher, there, is going to drop him in the excitement. The crowd noise ought to cover up the gunshot. And I'm going to take care of Papa Cartwright.
You'll never get away with this.
Oh, yes, I will. We are going to grab the money and get out of here before the excitement dies down. We're going to leave you and the colonel to face the mob, and I think just possibly they're liable to be in a hanging mood. So think it over.
Good luck, Cartwright.
Thanks.
You're gonna need it.
Well, that fancy breeding sure does change the appearance of a horse, don't it?
Leg me up, horse. Come on, horse, they're waiting for me.
You really think she can daylight me, Hoss?
I don't know, Joe. It's going to be a race, I can tell you that.
Well, don't look so worried, brother. I hate to beat a pretty girl like Patty Lou, but I just don't have any choice.
Neither do I, little Joe. I'm afraid I'm really going to have to daylight you.
Good luck.
Good luck to you, little Joe.
Yeah, good luck to both of you.
Are you all set?
You bet.
All set.
Start.
Yeah, sure was. Oh, did you notice how Patty Lou was acting sort of funny, not like her old self?
Patty Lou? Yeah. She was nervous at the beginning of the race and all.
I think there's more to it than that.
Huh? What do you mean?
That horse she's riding. He ain't Jeff Davis.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a ringer. That's what I'm talking about. That horse is a lot longer between the stifle and the hock. He's a lot faster. I can tell the way he took off.
I couldn't believe that they'd run a ringer in on us.
I ain't saying they did, but I ain't saying they didn't either. Dad, burn it. Patty Lou would have to know about it. She wouldn't let nobody near that horse but me. I'm the only one that ever did take a real good close look at him.
Where's the colonel? He was here just a minute ago.
I don't know. I'll take this side. You take this side. We gotta find him.
Geller, I must talk with you.
Not now, you old fool.
Right now.
What is this, Fairchild?
Yeah, we can't talk here. Around there.
Have you gone out of your mind?
Now, Geller, I want you to get out of town before this race is over and take your men with you. I can't go through with it.
You're in this up to your ears. Do you want to see your granddaughter go to jail?
You know dang well I don't. But I don't want to see the Cartwrights hurt either. So make up your mind pretty quick.
All right, Colonel. You win.
Ben, if Patty Lou loses, they'll take all the money and they'll kill you and Hoss and little Joe.
Who are you talking about, Colonel? Who?
Gilla and the others.
Colonel? seen Pa or the Colonel?
No, I haven't seen him, Hoss.
Hurry up, Doc, hurry.
They're coming home. The Gray's still leading by one length. Come on! The black is making his move now.
Little Joe, please! You mustn't win! You don't understand! You mustn't win!
Go on, Patty Lou! See you in town!
Come on, boy! You mustn't, Joe! Joe, you mustn't! Please!
The black is passing the Gray now. He's in the lead. Here they're coming into town. The black is still leading. Here they come. Come on, Joe! Come on, Joe!
Oh, Colonel, this is a draft in the San Francisco bank in full payment for Jeff Davis and Lightning.
Are you sure now, Ben?
Well, I'll tell you the way I look at it now. Clancy needs a couple of stable mates. And you never know when one of the family may want to start a whole string of racing horses.
Well, they'll sure have a good start. Well, Ben, what is there left to say for two old friends like you and me?
Something I've wanted to say and haven't. It's been good to see you.
I abuse your hospitality, Ben. It won't do for me to ask your forgiveness.
We've known each other too long for that kind of talk. We're friends. Good friendship.
And I thank you for that, Ben. I thank you kindly.
Hoss? Hoss? Weren't you even going to come and say goodbye?
Oh, I sure was, Patty Lou, but I was looking for your going away present. And I found her over there under a bench. And she said she'd sure like to go with you.
Oh, do I? Little Joe?
Yeah, Betty Lou?
I wouldn't be surprised if you don't turn into a fair riding man someday.
Well, thank you. That's very kind.
Of course, you got a lot to learn. But with a little bit of perseverance, there's no telling what might happen. Take good care of him, Jeff Davis. Bye, Lightning.
Well, what's this?
I didn't steal her, Mr. Cartwright. Hoss gave her to me.
Hazel, you going on a long trip? There we are. Well,
Thank you.
Well, you know, Hazel, you look like an intelligent little one. Yes, sir, you look like you had a lot of sense, yeah. I wonder if we could teach her to talk.
Grandfather!
Get out. Whoa, goodbye.
So long.